welcome back to the Council of Ties, where ties like to talk about Thai things. My name is Ty Glorious, joined as usual by my colleagues and fellow Ties, TieStax237, and Adaptable. All right, first off the rip, I have to apologize. My voice is really rough today. I may get a couple of coughs in here, or a couple of wheezes in here, hopefully not too many. Adaptable said he could potentially edit some of them out if they are egregious, but if you see me stop and take a sip of my tea, it's because my voice has just been heck for the last week and a half.
Or I'll make it funny and amplify.
Sure, do whatever you need to do. Focus on me hacking or gagging. It'll be great. Well, what we're going to talk about today, though, should be a fun episode. This is almost purely video game talk today, which we have not quite done yet. Recently on YouTube, there was a video from the channel Game Ranks, which is a channel I've watched for a really, really long time. They produce game-related list-type videos, which I know is an old format that's existed for forever, but they have a couple of talents on their channel that I think are really interesting, and their lists tend to be pretty interesting as well. They also do some game review stuff, so, you know, if you ever maybe want to find out about a game before you buy, they have a before you buy series. But this recent video was their top 20 games from the last decade that you should revisit. So we're going to break down their list. They also had a couple of bonus games that we'll talk about maybe briefly as well. Then we're also going to talk about the games that we feel like they missed from our own personal lists. So it should be a good time. My initial take on this when I was watching this was, at first I was like, oh, you know what? They're kind of doing this list kind of backwards from how I would do it, because they started at number 20, and the kind of first few games I thought should have been higher up. But then by the time they got to the end of the list, I thought, well, maybe it's not too bad. It's kind of balanced. But also curious to know what you guys think. Also, go watch their video. In the interest of not ripping off anybody's content, go to Game Ranks YouTube channel. Watch their stuff. It's really good. Support them as well. All right. Anything else before I launch into the list?
I'm gonna have some really hot takes about certain games that one game
I
of the
probably
year.
will too.
That's about it.
I think all mine are great takes, so I think we're gonna.
So I also set up my
Text.
own. I'm sorry. You go first.
No, go ahead. No,
I set up my own list of my personal best games over the past 10 years, which we could go over if we like agree with theirs or whatever.
Sure.
Definitely some hot takes on mine that people will not agree, but I don't care because I'll die on that hill. But proceed.
The only thing I was going to say is that TieStax237 is only known for good takes.
Exactly.
He has never had a bad take.
I do have something for all listeners.
Go for it.
We are working on figuring out a solution for the hearts so that we'll be able to, the idea, just so you guys know, for whoever watches, and we're going to set it up so that if you're watching visually, you'll see the hearts decrease and like a sound effect will play when that happens. I'll do that sound effect post. It's not hard to do. And if you reach the end of your heart limit by the end of an episode, we're figuring that out. It'll be some sort of funny punishment. But I have to learn how to code in HTML, so that'll take a little bit. But we'll make it happen. A few YouTube videos here and there, and I'll be able to make the full code. I think it's only like 50 lines. Not bad. I just have to learn.
So your boy Adaptable has been learning things for the sake of this podcast at a clip that I'm not sure how he actually does it, considering all the things he has going on in his life, but he's doing it, which is great because then I don't have to.
I was also thinking too, Adaptable, could you not just edit the hearts in post as well, and then we just keep a mental track like, oh damn, like I have 3 left, like, you know what I mean?
DaVinci Resolve, it's possible, but because of how small it is, I'd have to figure out a way to make an overlay background and an overlay over it in that size. So I don't know. I feel like HTML would be a lot easier because all we would have to do is click a little button on our side of the screen that nobody else could see, and it would just decrease it by half or full. With the same exact hearts we have. Like those are pixels, so I could just code that pixel into HTML with the exact color and everything like that. So I have to do a little bit of research. The other way you can do it is by making multiple scenes, but I'm not making, I mean, look, there's 5, 10, 15, and then you have to add another 15 on top of that because, no, it's a compound. It's a factorial. for how many scenes you would need for to be able to do a heart for every different person. So I have to figure it out. I can look
Just
into
a little,
that, Ty.
just a little peek under the hood for everybody here.
Yeah.
A lot goes into doing this. My initial thought about coming into podcasting was just gonna pick up a mic and a webcam and start talking about stuff. No, you can't just do that, unfortunately.
I mean, you
Not
can,
anymore.
but if you want to
You
make
can,
it
but
quality, you
not
gotta,
without
like,
any kind of production value at all. All right, so into this list, they start off with a banger immediately
Banger.
at number 20, Red Dead Redemption 2. How are we feeling about Red Dead Redemption 2 in the year 2026?
I don't think it's a game that needs to be revisited because it's already being visited by hundreds of thousands of people every day, right? I mean, like when I think of games that need to be revisited, it's not one of the games that everybody compares to.
Did it not just get a Switch release too, which means a whole new audience would be picking it up?
a Switch
anyway?
release? There's
I'm
no way
pretty
that
sure it
game
did.
can run on that freaking
I'm
Switch
pretty sure
2.
it did just get a Switch release. My take on
looking this
Red Dead Redemption 2, and this is, I'm going to be filled with hot takes like this, unfortunately. The game actually never quite drew me in the way Red
Same
Dead
here.
Redemption 1 did. I never quite got into it.
Good John Marston guy.
I think the intro is too long. The slogging through the snow in the hills is too long an intro, and I couldn't get through it. I mean, I
only
did
rumors and
eventually,
reports.
but
Rumors and reports coming to Switch 2, but RDR 1 is on the Switch with a Switch 2 up.
okay. Well, either way, the Red Dead Redemption is not Red Dead 2 is not such an old game that it isn't on the forefront of people's minds already. Right? People already,
like this is still being used every day.
Here's my hot take. I think it's a great game, right? I played it. First of all, there should be a PS5 update so it can run at 120. There's no reason why. It really pissed me off. I got to run that like 60 because my eyes are just trained at 120 now. I know that's like very privileged of me to say, but all these outputs are 120. That's not my biggest gripe though. My biggest gripe is it's like a 60-hour story. I love games that are long, but that's a little pushing it for me for the main game, right? If you're talking a 30 to 40 hour story, right? Like, let's look at, I guess, like, it's not 30 exactly, but look at The Last of Us Part 2. It's a long story. It doesn't stop ending. When you think it's going to end, it goes again. And then at the end, you can go back and, like, get stuff that you didn't get before, replay missions, and I like that. But RDR2 is, like, nonstop. Like 60 hours. Like that's not including if you go off on side tangents. You have a side objective you want. So
yeah. So is that 60 hours just for the main story quest?
I'm pretty sure it's like it's like 40 to 60 depending on how fast you are.
I never would have got through that. Never.
I didn't. I never did. I got like 40 hours in when I was younger. I'll double check my source really quick. 40 to 60. I was right. I was right. 40 to 60.
I understand that there is a market for games like that with that kind of length. I don't think I'm in that demo anymore with kids and work and everything, but
yeah.
And it's a masterpiece in terms of visual and storytelling and gameplay. It is a great game. I just could not get into it the way I got into Red Dead Redemption 1 or GTA 4 for that matter, which is my favorite of the Rockstar of the kind of current era.
Yep. All right, what we got next, Ty Glory?
Number 19 was Witcher 3.
Okay, that one's valid.
Fair.
I need to fully play through it. I never did. I'm sorry. It's a sin, but I know it's so good.
Phenomenal game. Absolutely peak 10 out of 10. Everyone needs to play it. If you haven't played it, go play it right now. Geralt is a beast.
Dude, I agree. I want to watch it.
I totally agree.
It's a good show.
Oh, the show too. Yeah.
The show is so good. It's Henry Cavill. That's Superman, and he's such a nerd. I love him. I love him so much.
My biggest gripe is I don't want to play 3 without playing the other 2, but I really don't want to play the other 2 because of mechanics.
You don't have to play the other 2.
You don't need to play the first 2.
You don't.
Yeah. It's like Resident Evil Requiem if you've played 7 and 8 and you don't want to play the other ones. I do want to play the other ones. I am, but that's a different topic.
Witcher 3, I think my favorite thing about Witcher 3 was that it was the kind of game, it's really, really long too, to kind of carry over another criticism of Red Dead. It's very long, but it was the kind of game that I could pick up and I could play for 20 minutes or I could play for 3 hours and I was going to have a good time no matter what. Like every single time, I just chipped away slowly at the game. And sometimes I'd play longer sessions, like over a weekend or something. But I just kind of slowly chipped away at it, and I kept coming back to it, and I could not stop playing it until it was done. So, highly recommend if you have not played it, play it. It's a defining action RPG.
Yes,
Glory,
I plan on playing it.
Glory, how many hours do you have on Gwent?
I don't know. It's got to be more than 10.
Yeah,
I-
bro, I found myself multiple times logging on to The Witcher just to go play Gwent.
It was definitely one of
remember
those
it's a lot of
things
fun.
that you could just always
It is
do.
fun.
Didn't they make a whole
It-
game just for Gwent?
They did. It was really good also.
Yeah, you
No, I
can
was
play
just
that on
asking.
mobile too.
I forgot
Really
how
good.
to play it, but I remember when I played it, I was like, "This is kind of fire."
It's like Hearthstone.
Yeah. No, but it like in the game itself too is cool. It's like how in GTA 5 you can play the arcade game, stuff like that. Like it's just a
Exactly,
cool
yeah.
RPG element. But yeah,
Yeah, Witcher 3. Not much needs to be said about that one, I don't think.
Great game.
Number 18, Elden Ring.
best
This
game
one's
of
gonna
all
be hot.
time.
This was gonna
Best
be hot.
game of all time. I have almost 300 hours in that game, regular and the DLC. I've beaten it 4 times. I've speed ran it with the New Game Plus build, which is technically not speed running. I don't care. And beat it in like under 3 hours. It is probably it is my favorite game of all time. Nothing the joy that I had when that game first came out, I can't even describe. Like I never played a FromSoft game until that game, and then immediately that game was like brought me into that universe. And it, like if I could play that game through the first time again, I would. The boss designs, the boss fight, the music, the movement, which is kind of like it's FromSoft's best movement, I feel like. Besides Bloodborne, but Bloodborne's kind of faster. So they're more like it's a mix between like Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, depending on what you're doing, especially in the deals. I don't know. I don't mean to yap about it too much, but that is like I still never beat Prime Consort Radon, but I don't care. I love that game.
What? You cannot come in here and tell me that's your favorite game of all time, having not actually
It's the
beat the
DLC.
hardest boss.
It's the dude. Listen, I
I'm
remember
aware
the
it's a
first
DLC,
time
'cause guess
I
who beat it? This guy.
listen. I gave up on it for a little bit. I'm gonna come back to it, but when I first walked into that arena and that guy, dude, I had all the summons. Right, I know the summons increase how much damage he does, but I was like, all right, listen, I don't know how hard this is walking into, so I'm gonna bring my summons. He one tapped me, bro. I'm max level. I'm max level in the DLC. I have all of the Erd tree fragments or the skull tree fragments. Sorry. What? He one taps me like almost every time. So I just have to go in and learn his skill set. It's gonna take some time. I also have to figure out which weapon I like most for him. Need something quick like Rivers of Blood, possibly, or the Talons, or the hand-to-hand combat. I don't know. But sorry, Ty Stacks, I know you want to say something about this.
I've never beaten a single boss in Elden Ring. Not once.
Listen,
Not
dude,
once.
when if you ever decide that you want to, and you since you play on PlayStation and you want somebody to squad up with you to help you, or teach you, I got you. Because dude, I feel like I'm in a flow state against Margit now. You put me up against Margit, oh, it's over.
So I played it by myself when it first came out. Thought it was cool. I just wasn't into it. I was still playing Bloodborne. Like, that's my baby.
Yes.
And then I convinced Steve to get on Elden Ring, and we couldn't figure out how to get each other into each other's world. We 2 hours later, we're still not in each other's world, and we were like, dude, this game is trash. Never picked it up. Never even touched it again.
FromSoft is notorious for their multiplayer issues. See,
Oh,
if
bad.
you like the way Elden Ring plays, Ty Stacks, but you don't want to deal with like how Elden Ring is now, I highly suggest you check out Night Rain because it's full co-op. The roguelike.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite games of all time too, but I haven't beaten that one just because Libra. I don't want to talk about my
I
God.
actually was in one of your streams when you were playing with your buddies. I was
Yeah,
watching it.
you probably watched me almost put a hole through my monitor off of some of these bosses. All right, but that's because okay. I don't mean to go on too much of a tangent here, but so if you've played all the FromSoft games, like I started playing Dark Souls 1 recently, if you play through all of them, you'll notice that Night Rain is kind of the max that they can do for that formula in terms of movement, speed, stats, min-maxing, everything. Like you've got I feel like it's already perfectly crisp with how they have it, that if they went too much farther in terms of like the formula, it might dilute it from what it originally once was. Does that make sense? I I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna work backwards on this one because I'm gonna start at Night Rain because I want to respond to that directly. I loved Night Rain, just for the record. I have two buddies that I played it with consistently. We beat every boss in the main game because we were dedicated and managed it. We have the DLC, have not even picked it up yet. I'm sure we will sometime once I'm not a slave to my job again. But the thing that I would say about Night Rain, and the reason why it's not quite the pinnacle for me, is they definitely could use more item variety, more weapon
Yeah.
variety.
That
They're just too limited in your weapon choices, which is after a while where it gets really kind of repetitive in that way. I don't mind fighting the same boss over and over and over again. I did that in Elden Ring, the base game, but having more weapon choices would make it better. Elden Ring itself, though, excellent game. Beat every boss, beat every secret boss, beat the DLC. I think if you haven't played Elden Ring and you like this style of game, and or even if you think you might like a Soul style game, Elden Ring is a good one to play. It is harder in some ways, but a lot more forgiving in other ways. And it if you like it, there's a DLC that you can get, and if you like that, there's Night Rain that you can try. So go for it. If you haven't done it before, play it. Cool. I like it.
I
Kai
will
Stacks,
say
we could do a whole podcast stream of the three of us playing that on PS5, I think.
dude, that shit
I
would
think
be
that would be fun.
so funny. Either Night Rain or Elden Ring. And I'm gonna be like,
Be
all right,
horrible.
I'm gonna be like, stay mid range. All right, he's gonna do this attack. Now you have to dodge this way. All right, you got this, Ty Stacks.
And
I'm
I'll
telling you,
mute
it's a lot of fun.
adaptable early on.
And then we'll do a Bloodborne one, and I'll go through the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing with my eyes
Yes,
closed.
please, bro. Dude, I really want to beat Bloodborne one day. Dude, if we
I
got a
got you.
Bloodborne remastered, I would cry. I think I would
Yeah.
actually cry tears of joy. I would go into debt to buy Bloodborne remaster if I had to.
Every time somebody says that, an angel gets its wings.
That's what I'm saying.
I
dude.
played Bloodborne yesterday. I love
Yeah.
that game so much.
Oh my god, it's amazing. But yeah,
Breath
all
of the
Okay.
Wild. Next one.
Number 17 is Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
Wow.
Note that they did not go with Tears of the Kingdom, which I think is an interesting
That's
choice.
crazy to me.
Um,
I mean, I love Breath of the Wild. Great
So
game.
did I beat Breath of the
Dazzle's
Wild
never played it. No, no
almost
way.
twice.
You've never
I did
played
not beat Tears of the Kingdom.
I've played it. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. I think it's the worst entry of the Zelda series, and I do not think it deserved Game of the Year compared to other games. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you this.
Terrible.
What do you think is your favorite entry in the Zeldas? Majora's Mask does not count. That's the best.
I can't believe you have to think this hard about this after you just shit all over one of
Played
them.
a few Zelda games in my life. I'm trying to remember. Hold on, let me look them up. I have Dimension.
Dad will look up the best Zelda game.
No. I just need the fucking
Adaptable's about to
freaking
lose
names.
a heart is what's about to happen here.
Yeah, no, I know, but hold on.
What's yours,
Bro,
Ty?
what is the name of it? I literally had it in the back of my head. Oh, Twilight Princess.
My favorite
Twilight Princess. That's a good one.
Twilight Princess is respectable. I mean, my favorite's
Um,
Ocarina of Time just because of when it came out in my
Ocarina of
existence
Time.
and how formative it was to me as a
I
gaming
haven't-
experience.
Played a lot of them, but on my emulator, I've played some. And the biggest thing I just don't like about Breath of the Wild, I don't like the weapon durability system. It's just not my favorite thing, right? It's really annoying. The game feels clunky to me because I'm used to something like Elden Ring, right? It feels clunky. I just don't like it. The map feels almost suffocatingly big to me, and it feels very empty 90% of the time. And I know that's kind of what they were going for because it's like a nature, but like with the Switch, you can't add that much stuff rendered. I get it. But I just like when I first played it on Switch 1, I was so excited to try it. And I'm used to I feel like Zelda should have a linear story, and that was not very linear. And that really bugged me. My girlfriend agrees because she's a huge Zelda fan. Like, she loves those games. She loves Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, loves all of them. She's played all the originals on the Wii, on her NES, whatever it may be. But like, I just can't get behind it. I'm sorry. Like, there's no disrespect to the fans. Like, all the power to you if you love that game. But I have it, and one day I'll actually sit down and probably play it. But I also just don't like the stamina bar. Like when climbing and shit. Like, it's just, I don't know. That's just me. I just don't like the RPG elements. Sorry for my hot take.
I love Breath of the Wild. Yeah,
me too. Love it.
I had a Wii U when it came out, so I played it in the original Wii U release, and I beat it on the Wii U, and then I got it on Switch, and I beat it again because I liked it. There's something about, to me, it was that I played the original Zelda when I was a kid, and there was a lot of the adventure aspect, the unknown, the mystery of it. I actually felt a bit of that playing Breath of the Wild. Just
Yep.
this kind of like wandering into the unknown. What am I getting into? What am I going to find around this corner in this wide open world? It's a Zelda game. Obviously not kind of the traditional format, but I don't know. I thought that kind of the Zelda elements were fine. I do wish there were kind of like discrete dungeons.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just even a couple of them, even if it only been a few, kind of those dungeons that Zelda's known for. I think that would have really kind of cemented it as one of the best games of all time.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the only thing kind of keeping that out of that conversation.
I will say for you guys, I'll give it a solid chance when I can. It's just you have to put a lot of time into it. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It is that's like the only game you play for just really like understand it. And I just haven't had the time to, with all the other stuff. Play like Deadlock now, where basically not leaving my chair for 3 hours in a row. So, that. But yeah.
I think my favorite Zelda was Minish Cap. That was mine. I'm not sure though. That one's really good.
Minish Cap was a fun game. That was a Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
Right.
Honorable mention to Link to the Past on the SNES. But...
Really good. Really good.
All right. Number 16 on the list, the Resident Evil 2 remake.
I bet, Glory, you were happy to see that on there.
Of all of the remakes that they did, so really of all the modern Resident Evil games, because I'll consider it that because it was a remake in the modern time. That's probably the one I would pick to put on the list too if I were making this list, just because it kind of kicked off this remake cycle, and it really it's a very faithful recreation of RE2 with new stuff, with making it interesting, new elements added to it. It's a great game. I think Resident Evil 2 remake, if you have any interest in the Resident Evil franchise and you don't know where to start, that's a pretty good place to start. If you just had to pick a place.
I just beat Leon's side of the story today of that because I'm working my way through them because I finished RE8 and I bought Requiem, so I'm finishing up 2, then 3, then 4, then I'm gonna play Requiem, so I get all the story. And I will say, it brought back that feeling that I had in RE7. RE8 not as much. RE7, this like fear of this stuff happening. Like there was a few times where I turned off my lights in my office and I had a swore. I had a body fall out of a locker.
Clap for the bloop.
No, I'll edit it out. But I had a body fall out of the locker and I genuinely jumped out of my chair. It was like 2 a.m. playing it by myself. The worst part in the best way for it is hearing Tyrant's footsteps right around the corner. Every time you move, you'll hear him right above you, below
Excuse
you,
me, his name is Mr. X.
Or well, his name's technically Tyrant, Mr. X, both, either or. Mr. X. Hearing his footsteps, it like reverberates in your soul when you're trying to run away. Like, and then there's times where he's running after you, and you seriously have like 4 zombies in front of you. It scared me. I was like, I can't get away. I can't get away. My only take though, and I'm sorry for yapping about a lot of these, but I played a lot of them. But I don't like the item spread in RE2 compared to RE7, RE8, RE8's DLC. I think it's way too scarce, even on a standard difficulty, right? I had to go to assisted mode, and that's the only time I've ever had to go to an easy mode in a video game in probably 10 years. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, I felt like, I get it, it's supposed to be like scary, it's supposed to be hard, but it was to the point where it was too hard. Like, I was doing stuff that you're supposed to do around where I was at. I had no heals, no guns, nothing. And I was like, well, now I need assisted mode because I at least need to be able to run past these people. Otherwise, I'm going to die. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things. And it actually, believe it or not, I still died even on assisted mode because it's that hard. RE2 is hard. It is nothing like RE7 or RE8 in my opinion. But it's still a lot of fun. Like Ty Stacks, if you haven't played it, highly suggest it. Oh, you have? Did you play both stories or just one?
Just the one.
I got to play Claire's next because I've heard it's got different stories. And that's important for for Chris Redfield's story.
Very.
Isn't she Chris Redfield's sister?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, I want to get like the whole big picture. Sorry. On to the next one.
I've been seeing a lot of great things about Requiem. I really got to pick that up.
Yeah. Well, did you see they got rid of
I'm
safe
enjoying
rooms?
it.
See they got rid of safe rooms?
Well, kinda.
Well, there's like some rooms with lights that you're like, you can't come in, and then you'll see it crawl into the ceiling and turn on off the light, and you're like, yo. That's crazy.
Yeah, they do a couple of those moments where you think you're safe, and then they go, "Well, you're not actually safe," but there are safe rooms still.
Yeah, I mean it's like Mr. X when you lose the ability to use the main hall as a safe room file.
Yeah, I think it's a more of a device to keep you moving to the next section of the game rather than just kind of lingering in an area.
I'll say that the safe rooms and the newer ones, I feel like 7 and 8 are a little bit more disruptive to the flow than something like RE2. RE2, it really does give you a breath because you're like, oh my God. You're like, I got to plan what route to take. This is a maze. I have to figure out, I have to go down here to the right here, up here, and then right, and then open that door. I have 2 bullets in my pistol and 1 shotgun shell. I don't even have the Deagle yet. I'm cooked. Or the Nighthawk. I'm cooked. So you're like, it's nice. I like that. But, and for the stash, you know.
But
right.
Whenever you think you're gonna die, just think, what would Leon do?
What would Leon do? He'd do a backflip off of a wall unnecessarily and then punch him in the face. All right.
No, he would definitely do a couple of spin kicks, which you can't do in RE2, unfortunately. So because we touched on it here, I'm just going to go ahead and say one of my games that I would put on a list like this is probably RE7, just because RE7 is the introduction to kind of the modern way of doing a Resident Evil game going forward. And RE7 is scary. It is genuine moments of fear, and it's not just jump scares. It's tense moments where the sound design and the music design and the way the game has funneled you into a situation, it's very good storytelling, and you definitely feel like Ethan, the protagonist, as your avatar, is a very not useful person in a situation like this, and it makes you feel more helpless. I think the game does a really good job of conveying horror and staying true to kind of Resident Evil. So, I would put RE7 on the list too.
Oh no, that is on my personal list as well. I didn't play it right when it came out. I played it like a few years back, when it was on sale before 8, because 8 was coming out. I'm like, I want to get into this. I will say, I think in my opinion, I know we talked about this on one of our first, I think our first episode, RE7 or our trailer. RE7 is probably one of the scariest games. One of, not the, but one of. Like the basement section, the swamp section, bro. If you have arachnophobia, you're cooked. Swamp section, but that's about it. Or any sort of phobia of bugs. But yeah.
We're gonna have to pick up our pace on here. I'm gonna move to the next one. Number 15 is Half-Life Alyx. I played it. I enjoyed it. It is a defining VR experience if you're into that kind of thing. It is a Half-Life story with all of the production value that a Half-Life story has with it. It's a great game. I don't know if it deserves a place on this list.
I never played it, but I watched it and it seemed really cool. So
I think just because of the hardware requirements, I don't know if it belongs on this list because it's just something that the vast majority of gamers aren't going to get their hands on. But
you have to have a link, at least a link cable and a Quest to play that, because Quest cannot.
No, it's tense. It's the shooting, the puzzle solving stuff. It's all good. It's Half-Life. Number 14, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
I agree with that one.
You want my hot take for this one? I did not love this game. I wanted to. I wanted to so bad, and I just couldn't.
I hate it.
I don't go that far.
Listen, I've played Ghost of Yotei and Ghost of Tsushima, and it's not the same. I'm not saying because they're set in like a Japanese environment that it's the same, but I will say in Sekiro, there is nothing more beautiful than when you hit one of those parries. Dude, it sends like a shiver down my spine when I hit one of those parries, the perfect parries. There's one boss, I don't know if you guys ever did it. I think he's the second boss you face, like the second big boss, where you have to triple perfect parry, and if you don't, he'll kill you. Like
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I also just like the story.
For sure.
It's got some of the coolest mechanics in a FromSoft. Like there's enemies that make you old and slow that you have to kill back your life. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to finish it still. That's on my list.
So Sekiro kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And the only reason I think I really hate it is because when it first came out, I got it. I was super hyped for it. Samurai, I love that stuff, right? But I was having super bad allergies the day I decided to play it. Like my
Oh.
cat slept on my face the night before, so the whole time I'm sneezing, I'm fighting the bosses and my allergy. So like, I dropped it, never picked it back up. I was like, man, f that game. I'm done. I'm done. Never played it again.
I highly suggest you give it another shot, like a genuine shot, because you like Bloodborne, and it's got that fast-paced nature. Like, I think you would really like it. It's
I
still
think it's a
hard.
great game.
I think it's the
I understand why
hardest.
people like it. I've watched some speedruns of it, and I thought that people that play at a really high level, it looks amazing to do that. I don't know if it deserves a place on this list as the second From Software game on here, but maybe.
No.
I'm not necessarily going to argue with them.
Yeah.
I would rather
Sure,
any
but
other Dark Souls be on this list.
I'll take it a step further, and I would put Armored Core 6 on here if it were me. But I love that game. Number 13, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Never played it, so I can't even say. Never played any Final Fantasy, so
What?
never.
That's worth unpacking in a whole other episode.
Yeah, we'll
probably.
definitely do that next week. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I
we
know
could
the lore
we could
is
do that as
crazy.
an episode. We could talk about franchises that we haven't really played in a whole
Yeah.
episode, probably.
I'll make a
I
poll.
think Rebirth's really great. I didn't actually play it. I played Final Fantasy VII Remake and I beat it. And then I bought Rebirth when it came out. And then I don't know what, something else was happening at that time of my life when that game came out, which wasn't that long ago, by the way, which is why I don't necessarily think it goes on this list because it's not that old. But I never got around to picking it up. I've been looking forward to picking it up for forever. One day I'm going to, and I'm sure I'll just gorge myself on it like I did with the remake. But haven't played it yet. Looks neat though.
I think it's cool to be on this list. That's your like. If this game is like it's like the epitome of like that was dope. I would do that again in 5 years. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what that game reminds me of.
Yeah, I believe it. All right, number 12, Outer Wilds.
I do not think this should be on that list.
I never played it.
All right, so
I have also not played it, and I think that might make us the 3 worst gamers to actually do gaming.
Isn't it like
podcasts.
a Fallout successor?
No. So
you're thinking of Outer Worlds.
Oh, Outer Wilds. Hold on, let me look up some screenshots, and I'll know exactly what it is.
It's a Game Pass game.
I also have never played this, but I have watched someone play it. And
as did I.
Yeah,
I've watched 2 people play it now.
I would imagine me and you watch the same person play it.
Yes.
So the reason I say you can't play it again, like because this whole list is games to revisit, right? You can't revisit that. You know how to beat it. You can beat it in 2 seconds.
Totally agree. Yeah.
You can't revisit it. It's done. You beat the game. It's never gonna happen again. I do think everyone should play it or watch a playthrough. If you have no idea about the game, go watch it, go play it. It's phenomenal. Hell, like it's so good. I think it was like a 10-man dev team. It was a great game.
Yeah, I definitely should try it.
For the 2 other people out there in the world that aren't adaptable, that don't know what this game is, it's essentially a puzzle exploration game. It's trial by error, and it's kind of got a Majora's Mask kind of time gate kind of restriction on it. You only can live so long before everything resets, and so you have to kind of focus on what you want to do each reset. Cool concept. The playthroughs I've watched have been incredible. Watching them discover stuff, watching them not discover things while I was figuring things out that I was watching was so cool. And just sitting there going, oh my God, when this guy figures out what I just figured out, he's going to blow his mind. It's going to be awesome. That was really fun. So I think if you haven't played it, play it. If you don't want to play it, watch somebody else play it live. Make somebody else sit down and play it.
I think I watched somebody play it a long time ago. I just don't remember it. Probably like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or something. Let's be real. Those are like, I still watch the same trio that I did when I was. But it's not very memorable in my brain. I have no idea why. I'm for some reason, Outer Wilds has the same like almost aesthetic as like Before Your Eyes to me, or is it Before Your Eyes or yeah, Before Your Eyes, right? That really like sad game.
I don't know.
It's the one where you like close your eyes and it like makes everybody cry. I don't know. It's got like the
No
same
idea what
aesthetic,
you're referring
like
to.
indie game aesthetic, and it just never got past my brain for some reason. But
It is super indie. The whole game was a college final project. It was
yeah,
like
I
I
definitely
think it was
gotta
like a
try it
5 to
then.
10 man dev team, and it was their final. They handed that in as their final, and it got published or whatever the case may be. Phenomenal, absolutely great. Everyone should play it or watch it. Really good
Okay.
game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Definitely will check.
But does
agree.
not
Agree all
deserve to be
around.
on this list. Does not deserve to be on this list. You cannot go back and replay it. You'll be done.
Yeah. The way they frame this list is games that you should revisit in 2026. Don't revisit this if you haven't played it. Don't do it or if you have played it, don't revisit it because you already know all the puzzles and you can just shoot right to the end. Don't do that. You wouldn't enjoy that problem unless you just like beating things easy, in which case go for it. But that's not what we're talking about. Number 11, Cyberpunk 2077.
Are we talking at
I
launch or
actually
done?
No,
Done,
as it
done.
is now, because this is revisiting. And I just before we go anywhere with this, I want to say when I was watching this video and I got this opinion immediately, and I watched to the end of it, and it did not change. Of all of the games on this list, in my opinion, this is the one that's worth revisiting, especially if you haven't since launch, because the
Yes.
game has
Yes.
changed
Yes.
so much. And if you like the game in the state now, there's a DLC that is incredible, and I think this game is worth revisiting. In fact, even if you've beaten it like I have, I still feel the urge to go play it and just run around
I
in Night City.
I really need to hit another game drought in the near future so I can sit down and just grind that. My issue
There
is,
aren't game droughts anymore.
oh, I know.
Sorry.
But I never finished it. But when I did play it, I loved it. The only issue was I got really mad and stopped playing it because I was trying to do the boxing side quest and I could not get past a certain part of it, and it was just skill, and I could not get the skill right away, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. And I stopped playing it. But it's not because I didn't like it. I gotta get back into it because there's so many little things that you can discover, like Rebecca's gun from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. You can go get a crazy Mustang like sports car out in the outskirts of the city, like that
Go
kind of
get
stuff's so
David's
cool to me.
jacket.
Oh yeah, I
You
have
get
David's
David's
jacket on
jacket.
right now. Um, it's like it is definitely probably one of the best games of all time. Not in my opinion, just in general, just because of how it recovered. It's like one of the ones on this list that I'll talk about when we get to 2016, which is No Man's Sky. It's the same kind of redemption arc that they had on there. But keep going.
I'm all about Cyberpunk being on this list. I actually just revisited it like maybe a month or two ago. So yeah,
Yep.
that's perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I just picked it up and played it a couple of months ago now, before year end of 2025, and I had a blast. I played it for like 2 nights for probably like 5 or 6 hours. Had a great time. There's nothing bad to say about the game in the state that it's in. There's so many things to discover in the game. Night City is one of the most incredible living open worlds in a video game, just straight up. So yeah, great to revisit. And if you haven't played it and you like first person anything, go play it. You'll enjoy it. Number 10, Control.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this one.
Me too.
Did either of you play Control?
I
I've
didn't
played
finish
Control,
it, but
yeah.
I've played it.
I think Control is a really great, innovative, interesting game. I had a really good time with Control, and it was kind of a surprise thing for me when I picked it up. I had a buddy that was trying really hard to get me to play it because he was a big fan, in particular of that studio that makes all those games, that makes the Alan Wake games, and
Yeah.
they're great dev team. But I thought Control was really surprisingly good. I think that if you haven't played Control, sure, play it. I think if you have played Control, I could revisit it. I feel like revisiting it after watching this list, actually. I thought, you know what, I
I
could play Control again.
I have a quick question. Doesn't it take place in the Alan Wake universe?
It does.
Because that's
Same
one of
universe.
the biggest drawbacks for me from Control. This is gonna sound so stupid, and it's because I'm a nerd. I want to know everything about a universe if I'm jumping into it before, like, play the precursors before I jump into Control. You know what I mean? Because Control does have some elements of it that you have no idea what's going on, and that just turns off my brain. It's an immediate like disconnection from the game because if I don't know what's going on, it's like if I played Requiem and I was playing as Leon and I don't know half his story because I didn't play the other ones or watch a video on it, I guess. But I still want to like play through it. You know what I mean? There's something about experiencing that story. That it's like God of War. It's like if you skipped God of War 1 and went to Ragnarok. That's how it feels to me. You know what I mean? It's that kind of idea.
Well, literally, an element of control is the that there is a whole bunch of unknown that happens in the real world that people don't know about, but
Yeah.
for select people that have to deal with these kind of mysteries, and it's very X-Filesy in that way, and to some extent, Alan Wake kind of fits in that same category of there's weird stuff that's unexplainable in this universe, and ordinary-ish people are getting caught up in it. And although
Yeah.
in the case of Control, none of the characters in the story are necessarily ordinary. They all know about the weirdness in the universe, but the main character isn't necessarily directly involved with it until she has to be. So I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think I like stuff like FBI or like X-Files type stuff. I like that kind of stuff.
I got to get back into
That's
it. I
neat.
got to try it again. Got to give it an honest
I,
shot.
I definitely gotta try it again. So my reasoning behind not liking it is because of me. I played it for like maybe an hour, and I was like, oh, so this is just paranormal Lara Croft Star Wars. I'm fine. I don't want to play this game anymore. You know what I mean?
I felt a disconnect. It felt weird. Like certain games, when you're alone as the protagonist, it works. But that game, I just felt like there should be another person. Yeah, like I don't know. I think that's the whole idea. Is you feel like very isolated. But I was also playing it when I was younger, so that's probably why I didn't like it. To be honest with you, when I was younger, I hated games where I was alone. It just bothered me. I don't know why. It's like playing COD Zombies at 3 a.m. by yourself as a kid, bro. Like you're scared to death, but you gotta do it.
Tysex, I don't think your take is actually that far off. I think you could dismiss that as that kind of game, as it being kind of Lara Croft, X-Files, and then not want to play it. I actually think that's valid, but getting into the depth of it, there's a lot more to it, and it's pretty cool. The story is insane.
I gotta give it another.
It's completely nuts.
It's crazy because I like all three of those things, but put them together, and I was just like, this is not for me. I like paranormal. I love Tomb Raider. I'm one of the biggest Star Wars fans I know. But I don't know. I'll definitely give it a go though. I'll give it another one.
All right, number 9 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Wrong. That should not be on this list. They ruined the Assassin's Creed franchise after they went to the RPG, and I will die on that hill. Nobody can convince me of otherwise. Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, Mirage they butchered even though they tried to go back. I didn't play it because I heard it was so bad.
Either?
No, I didn't play it because I
What?
hated Odyssey. I hate that gear mechanic. Hold on. I want to see what Tegler is. Grabbing something. Were you grabbing something, Ty?
Sorry. I just had to fix something real quick.
Oh, no, you're good. I thought you were grabbing something. Nope. This is my biggest gripe because I knew an Assassin's Creed game was going to be. And I got to talk about it. I know we're running a little behind, but I just need to talk about this.
We're fine.
I
Go for it.
hate the RPG Assassin's Creeds. The gear, everything ruined it. It ruined it. I don't care what anybody says. Listen, all for you if you like it. I'm not going to judge anybody for liking it, but I will never like it. Like Assassin's Creed 3, dude, I could run fades in Assassin's Creed 3, but in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right, it's not about skill anymore. It's about, oh, I have the next gear up. I hate that. I hate that. I hate the health bars. I hate the health damage numbers. I hate all that. The whole point of Assassin's Creed was like this overarching story of the Templars versus the Assassins and all this really cool stuff going on, right? And you had like these like let's say when you were playing Assassin's Creed 3, and you like finally got your suit and your hidden blade, like that was some of the coolest moments to me, and you felt like unstoppable. But in these Odyssey games, don't feel unstoppable if you're not doing it right. And I can't play it. I can't sit there play it. Like it's just not me. I'm sorry.
In Odyssey, you're a literal god. You are the epitome of unstoppable.
But I don't feel like one for 90% of like, or at least half of the playthrough. I don't feel like it. I didn't ever finish it because I got to a point where I was like getting into it a little bit, and then it was like I reach a wall where it's like, okay, now you have to go grind side quests to get better gear, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm like,
or just run that fade.
Dude, you can't.
Run that fade without it.
I agree with you, but if it was Assassin's Creed 3 or even Black Flag or anything like that, you could run that fade without having to go level up. You know what I mean? It was still a challenge to be able to take on a crowd of redcoats. in Assassin's Creed 3, but you could do it with enough skill, enough parrying, enough stealth, even Unity. You know what I mean? I don't like the RPG element, and especially with something like Valhalla, where it takes you 60 hours to beat the base game. No, I'm sorry,
Well,
that's
it's
not Assassin's Creed.
same as Elden Ring. Same as Elden Ring.
Well, no, it's
Or not
very
Elden Ring.
different in Elden Ring because you.
I meant Red Dead. Red Dead. 60 hours for Red Dead 2.
Red Dead. Yeah, no, it is the same for Red Dead. Valhalla is a whole different beast. A lot of people hate that game because I've heard it's really bad. The other thing I'll say, last thing I'll say about the Assassin's Creed RPGs. When I played Odyssey, I had it on the PS4. Maybe it was because it was the PS4 version, not PC or something. It just felt janky, unfinished compared to the old Assassin's Creed. I don't know why. It just didn't feel right. Like the response.
Somebody didn't play Unity.
No, I played Unity. I know. But I'm saying like I'm comparing to like 3 and Black Flag here, right? Like those felt very good, very polished. The parkour system was good. The movement felt fresh. The parrying felt fresh. The combat felt fresh. I didn't like the combat of Odyssey 2. I guess that's just me. I'm on an island here, but I just had to put my take out there. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think you're that far off. I think if there had to be an AC game on here, I don't know that I'd do Odyssey. I actually liked Valhalla better. I know that's not a popular opinion.
Yeah.
I just thought Valhalla's aesthetic, its setting was just more interesting to me than Odyssey was. Being a Viking on a long ship and raiding villages and stuff was actually really cool. I'm sorry, I enjoyed that. Odyssey was fine. I'm getting froggy now.
I prefer Origins. Origins probably has my favorite assassin. I adore Bayek. I love him so much.
I have to give Origins an honest shot because that was their first entry in, and I heard Origins was better than Odyssey and Valhalla. But like from certain people, that's opinion. That's subjective. You know what I mean? But I'll give Origins a shot. You know what I mean?
All right. Anything more Assassin's Creed do we need to talk about?
I'm gonna get mad if we keep talking.
Okay, number 8. Number 8 was Disco Elysium.
I've never played it.
Okay, I have played Disco Elysium and it's rad, but I could not play it for more than probably like 5 or 6 hours in total. It's a narrative game.
Oh, it's this game. Yeah, I have seen this.
Great storytelling. It's crazy good storytelling. Choices matter. Your character can go a couple of different directions in terms of development. So because you're a detective and you're trying to solve a mystery and you're having conversations with people and you have different stats as a character and you have different drawbacks and bonuses and stuff. It's a cool game. It's a very indie game. And I wouldn't personally revisit it. I played enough of it to get my enjoyment out of it. I don't know how other people, I know that there are devoted fans of the game that probably are saying, yeah, I'm playing it right now for the 12th time. Kudos to you. I'm so glad there's a game for you. I hope they make more games like that because that kind of game is going to help make other better kinds of games for everybody, in my opinion.
Isn't it like a Telltale almost? Not the same level, but like I feel like I've seen gameplay of it in the past.
It's much more exploration focused.
Okay, all right. Because it looks beautiful. I remember it because of the artwork.
The protagonist is like a schlubby weirdo detective guy. The game is very endearing. It's neat.
Yeah. All right.
Number 7, God of War 2018.
Absolutely deserves it.
I'm cool with it. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm good with it too.
One of the best games ever made.
Deserves a place on this. Another one of those games where I felt like I was perfectly happy to chip away at 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours at a time, and get plenty of enjoyment every time I picked it up.
I will say, it's one of the very few stories I've watched where I didn't like cry or anything, but it was very emotional and like a very good story.
You can say you cried. It's okay.
I didn't. But the spreading of the ashes and everything, absolutely beautiful. It's also just a beautiful game. Like I also love Norse mythology. Like I have a whole
freaking book next to your freaking desk.
I'll fix it in post. I have a whole bleep sound effect because I have the worst. But I love Norse mythology. Like I've read through part of this of just the founding myths, and it's so cool to see the the merges of Greek and I don't know. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, is 2018? Is that the one where you go with your kid? What was his name? Atreyu.
Yeah,
Atreus.
Atreyu,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah, beautiful. I love that game. Great game.
Yep. Absolutely great.
Love the interaction. Everything's
Sorry.
great.
All right, number 6 is Hollow Knight Silksong, and this is the first time I'm going to tell you straight up, this does not go on this list.
No.
I'm sorry.
It does not.
It came out like 2 months ago or something, and that's just an exaggeration, obviously. But and B, who cares? I'm sorry. I know there are fans of Hollow Knight. I'm not one of them. I tried to
It-
play Hollow Knight so many times, couldn't get into it, couldn't care less about Silksong.
I
Sorry.
don't think it's another one of those games. Once you play it once, I don't think you should play it again. There is a lot of hidden elements to the game. Like I played one, and I played part of it, most of like through the first boss, and I actually liked it. But I can see how once you play that once, it's kind of like. One thing I will say though, they deserve the success because the art style is beautiful. The mechanics are very
Oh
fluid.
yeah.
Like it's very responsive. It is very fun to play. Like I have it on my Switch, so if I'm ever really bored, I can play. And the price point for the second game is like $20. I think that's worth it if you're really interested in it, give it a shot. But you're not gonna want to replay it once you beat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I'm kind of in that same boat. Game's cool. Game's fun. But if Cuphead's not on this list, neither is Hollow Knight.
yeah.
I also, yeah, I mean, what you guys said. If somebody out there, they love Hollow Knight, they're very passionate about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad for you. I'm so happy
Yes.
that this game came out and it didn't die in dev hell like I thought it was going to. Uh, Great that it exists. Don't think it belongs on this list though. Number 5, Baldur's Gate 3.
Does not belong on this list, bro.
You're so wrong. You
Does
have
not
never
belong.
been more wrong about
It-
a thing in
okay.
your
Didn't
entire
this
life.
just win Game of the Year like last year? Why is this on a revisit list?
It's on a revisit list
Because
because it has thousands of hours.
So then you're not revisiting. You're
there's so
still playing.
much game.
I mean,
Well, no, because
isn't
you
there
take a
multiple
break
endings?
from it theoretically, right? There's multiple endings. There's so many ways of completing the main quest storyline. There's just so many ways to go about doing things in that game. You could probably play that in terms of a game near endlessly.
I really want to get into it. I played it a few times. I got into it. Played it with my friends. I got into it. It's just the length of the game that's very daunting. I feel like to most people.
It is,
And
it
that's
is
that's
intimidating.
not a bad thing. Like I know it deserves a spot on this list because of how much work went into it. I know how much it deserves to be on any list. It should have won Game of the Year. It deserves to win Game of the Year. I struggle with the top-down aesthetic. That's just how I struggle with games. Like I do like it, but it's still a little rough. But it is still a beautiful game. I will say the character development, the story, it is very nice, but there are some times where I want to put a hole through my monitor when I lose a certain battle. But that's how it's supposed to. I mean, it's like D&D. I mean, D&D is. I want to play real D&D. Maybe I'll have a greater appreciation for it once I play real D. You know what I mean?
Well,
There's that.
I also want to play real D&D. We should do it. We should
Yeah.
play real D&D.
Get Tabletop
so
Simulator.
down.
Hey, I know people that play real D&D. I have played a lot of real D&D. I have a very close friend of mine who is a GM who does a lot of that kind of stuff. I imagine we could find a way to do that
Yes.
pretty easily. But I'll
Tabletop
also say,
Simulator.
I think that Baldur's Gate, the Baldur's Gate 3 thing for me is, if you wanted to play D&D with a couple of friends, get Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
You're playing D&D. With a lot of the...
I'm okay with that.
It's
Yeah,
got very good
a
co-op.
lot of work is taken out of it for you. Yeah, it's great co-op.
There's
It's
some
the best
really
way to play
funny
the games
moments.
with some friends.
Oh my god, there's
I
some
just-
funny moments with your friends too. Sorry,
It-
you go, Ty.
I just think it's too recent to be on. So that game is known for,
I don't
like you
think
guys
so.
said, having so many hours of play, and it's almost never ending. So then you're still playing it. Why are you gonna revisit a game you're still playing? You know what I mean? Like,
Because
Yeah.
it resonated with me because I'm not still playing it, and I saw this and I was like, yeah, maybe I should play that again.
lot of
Maybe
people
I should
put
see
it
what my friends are
down.
doing.
Because of the time. So starting a new save and you know,
It's an incredible game. The writing, the storytelling, the gameplay, it's got everything. If you
Yeah,
like
it does.
RPGs.
it's very good. It's crisp. That's what I'll say.
Number 4, Nier Automata.
Never played
played it.
any of those games.
never played it.
So I have played quite a bit of Nier Automata. I think it's a really cool game. I don't think it's for everybody. I don't think it would fit very well on this list just because I don't think anybody that's played it would revisit it, and B, I think if you were interested in the game, you probably would have played it already.
Yeah.
I don't know that you would have.
I know the lore is very interesting.
There's a lot of stuff going on in that universe, and it's weird. It's a post-apocalyptic world. It's all robots, and there's some
Yeah.
magic sprinkled in there. There's some cool stuff there. It is a Platinum Games game, which they did Bayonetta, which means the combat is pretty cool. So if you like that kind of action combat with some RPG elements, you might play it. I thought it was cool. I didn't finish it, but I did enjoy it.
I like the way the white hair girl looks. I think she looks
Yeah.
pretty cool. I think she looks pretty dope.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's the word you want to use.
Yeah, she looks pretty cool.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. Number 3 is Undertale.
Yes, yes, beautiful. Love it. Love it. Oh man,
I
you guys
don't
are gonna hurt
really
my
get the
feelings.
hype. I don't really get the hype, but I liked watching it. Not, I don't think I would ever play that game. It's just not
Did you
my
watch-
style.
Did you watch Jack play it? Yeah.
That's where I would watch it, either Jack or Mark playing it. It's good. It's got great music. I think it's a little glazed, but it's good. I don't know if it's something you would want to revisit, but I know it's got multiple endings, so that's where the revisiting action would. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It is good though. I love it. I love Undertale.
I never played it. I think when it came out, I was not. I don't know that I was the audience for the game, and I don't know that that's still true. I think that the maybe has a broader audience than I initially thought, but just it wasn't something I wanted to play when it came out. And I think by the time I might have, I just was the moment had passed, the cultural moment had passed, and so I don't think I ever need to play it. Maybe I will one day. I think it's a cool concept. I like that there's music stuff. I like that there's different ways to play the game. There's violent and non-violent paths, which I think is pretty
Yeah.
cool. I think that kind of stuff, having options like that in games is really important for people to be able to play games kind of different ways and kind of more their way. So
Yep.
I can understand why it took what it took and why people would want to revisit it. So I'm not going to disagree with it. I just never played it.
The biggest thing is it's an indie game, and that makes me happy that indie developers are over the triple. That's the biggest. But
all right, number 2 is
excited.
Bloodborne.
oh yeah,
There it is.
Yes.
We started talking about Bloodborne, and I kind of wanted to tell everybody to shush, but I kind of thought that would give it away that this is coming up on the list. But yeah, Bloodborne. I'm gonna let
gotta finish
Ty
it.
take this one because
So
finish.
I have a little bit of a gripe with something Adaptable said back at 20 or something. I forget which one it was. You said that you hate playing games on 60 FPS because your eyes are so trained to 120.
Bloodborne's
is
an
on
exception.
30.
It's an exception. Bloodborne's an
30.
exception. It is an exception to that rule. That is the only game I consider an exception. All right, I'm telling you that because I have played Bloodborne and I pushed through because it is so worth it. And also, I know that if it was 60 or 120, it would control different because of iframes. So there's a lot of technical stuff that goes. But I will say, that's the only time I will disagree with my rule.
Isex, you and I are in agreement though that this is our favorite From game, right?
Oh my god, so
Straight
great.
up.
This is my favorite game of all time.
Oh, okay. That's great. I don't know that I'd go that far personally, but certainly of the Soulsborne games, it's my favorite.
I want to beat Bloodborne so I can see if it is my favorite because I want to get through the whole story. You know what I mean? I've learned after you play enough FromSoft games, you kind of learn how to read their stories and understand what's. So once I beat it,
not Bloodborne, I don't think.
Yeah, I was gonna say like definitely not Bloodborne.
Well, no, I've watched some lore videos on it. I've watched some lore
Okay.
videos, like accompanied by some, like I'll watch a lore video, get excited to play it, understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on. I watch a little bit more. I did that for Elden Ring. I listened to probably like 12 hours worth of it just because I want to know. So it's like one of those things, but that's a yap.
Isex, I want to hear you talk about Bloodborne because I know how much you like it.
So
Tell the people why they should play it in 2026.
you wake up in Iosefsky's clinic, right? And No, I'm just kidding. Running through the whole story. No, it's a great game. It's a phenomenal game. Everything about it is so good. The like little Easter eggs that they even keep in the game. Like so in there's this one part in Old Yarnum. If you go through the big giant door and you look up, you see a random floating statue. And that's because the developers didn't have enough time to throw it away. But what they were doing was they were using that area to 3D sculpt the statues that are going to be all over the rest of the it's just
Oh.
in the sky. Like it's dude, it's so cool. Like that's so glazed, but like everything
No,
about that game I think is perfect. It's the
it
perfect
sucks
game.
because if they either remastered it or made a Bloodborne 2, it would probably be one of the single-handed like best-selling games of all time, but they just
So good.
So Sony and From Software would print money.
they would,
Print.
but
It's no
I
exaggeration.
don't know why they wouldn't do it. Or even a Bloodborne successor. I'm not talking about Duskbloods. I'm gonna play Duskbloods regardless, but there's no way it's gonna even compare to Bloodborne. Not even close.
The way Bloodborne has like single-handedly changed the way I play all Souls games now. Like I play exactly like Bloodborne. I want to be fast. I don't want no armor, no nothing. Just give me whatever is light, and I will parry everything.
You know, Tie
I'll do
Stacks,
everything. I love it.
if
So
you
good.
like that, you should try Neo 3. If you like that
Neo
fast
3?
combo. Neo 3, that you have a samurai and you also have a shinobi or like a ninja, and you can switch between them and you can just play one the whole playthrough if you don't have to play either of them. Or like both at the same time, and you can like I play shinobi because it's my favorite. You do like the Bloodborne dash where you just like step to the side. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love the
Well,
it's
so
straight aura.
I've heard good stuff about Neo 3.
Oh yeah. I'm like 30 hours into it and there's still so much scratch the surface. You can play seamless co-op in Neo 3. Seamless co-op. Like not like Elden Ring or anything like that. Like you guys can run around the same world together until you defeat the next boss. Or no, not even until you defeat. You can just keep playing with them as long as you want. Very cool.
So I have
This is your endorsement. Play Bloodborne.
Yes.
play Bloodborne, and if you ever need help, write in the comments. I will get to you. I'll figure it out. I'll help you out. I still have my original OG save from when I first bought the game when it came out.
Oh
I
my
have
god.
days upon days upon days of playtime. I'm on new game 13, 14 maybe. I have no idea. And that's just one save. I have other saves. I'll speed run.
Yep.
Whatever you need, I got you. You let me know.
All right, and somehow at number 1 above Bloodborne is Fallout 4.
Unreal. I love Fallout 4.
I do like it.
Me too.
It's a good game.
I think it should have been number 2.
It should have been numbered. I don't know.
I agree.
Fallout 4 is revolutionary, but if they the biggest thing that's left a sour taste in my mouth for any Fallout game is Bethesda, because they just have been dropping the ball as a company, a game development company, in a lot of ways. Like instead of just porting Fallout 4 to the Switch, they're like, oh, new version of Fallout 4. They're doing the same thing GTA 5 did. I don't know why they're doing it. They're like, okay, so we're gonna release a new version of Fallout 4 that makes none of the mods we had compatible prior, and then the mods that were free before from developers, yeah, we're charging you for that. What? Yo.
Adaptable, do you really not understand how making money works?
No, I do, but it's also called developing a new game,
That's why
unlike
they
Fallout
do it.
76. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't have to develop a new game if you can just keep selling the old one.
I know, but like,
Look at Call of Duty and 2K.
Look at
Yeah.
Skyrim.
yeah, I'm getting tired of that model to the point where I just stopped playing Fallout 4 because of it. Like, it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. But the story of Fallout 4 when it first came out, when I first like finally played through it because I was like a younger kid and I was scared by it or something. It was really cool. I can't lie. It's the multiple endings, the world, the storytelling, the world building.
There is on PC a total conversion mod for one of the versions of Fallout 4 that's called Fallout London.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The mods for
That's
Fallout
something to
are.
consider.
Yeah, I had a lightsaber.
Yes, sir.
That was pretty
Yeah, Fallout
cool.
4 is a great game. I don't know that I'd put it at number 1, but if you haven't played it and you want to explore the wasteland, Don't get Fallout 76. Get Fallout 4. It's a better
Yes,
time.
Definitely
don't
get
do
Fallout 4.
not buy Fallout 76. If it's free and you want to play with people, maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's free to play generally now, but I still wouldn't even play
They
it. I would just
monetize
wait
the
for
absolute living
Fallout 4
crap
to
out
be
of
on
it.
sale for $10 and then play it.
Yeah. I do. Do we want to move on to the segment where we were talking about what they missed?
No, because they have the 5 bonus games that I want to go through just very quickly.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to name them all, and if you have any thoughts about either in particular, just go for it after I've named them all. The 5 that they had for bonus games were Hi-Fi Rush, Astrobot, Overwatch, Doom 2016, and Persona 5.
I have a problem
Anything
with two
on
of
there
those.
stick out to you that is worth talking about?
Problem with 2 of those.
Okay,
Overwatch.
go for it. Launch.
Overwatch.
If I have to play Overwatch again, I'm going to stab my eyeballs out. I swear to God.
I'd rather play Marvel Rivals.
I will.
Straight up.
I don't like Overwatch, but it did revolutionize team
No,
gaming.
it did. But look at TF2. TF2 still has 100,000 players online, and that's like almost the OG hero shooter if you look at it. It's got the same game modes, same type of thing, and it's simpler.
Well, TF2 would have been on this list if it was the past 3 decades. But it was the
Yeah, no,
past
I know,
one
I know.
decade.
But I just
Batman himself could not get me to play Overwatch again.
It's only like, and the thing is like, Overwatch also isn't beginner friendly anymore. You'll load up a quick match and get absolutely smacked by people that have 2,000 hours in the game. Like, how is that fun? Like, it's not the whole point of multiplayer live service games is to make it so that newer players can join and have fun. And in a lot of those games, you can't. Like Marvel Rivals, I know a lot of people don't like Marvel Rivals, but like my girlfriend and I played it recently, and she really likes it because it does have a beginner-friendly feel to it. And I feel like Marvel Rivals kind of gave a fresh take on that hero shooter genre compared to Overwatch, which feels stale at times. You know what I mean? Overwatch or Marvel Rivals does too. But I wanted to clarify that the second game I had a problem with was Astrobot. I want to clarify it did not deserve Game of the Year. I think it's a beautiful game, but it did not deserve Game of the Year. Somebody put somebody's money behind somebody's back during those game awards because there's no way.
Did you play Astrobot? Did you play it all?
No, but they had, when you first got your PS5, there was like an Astrobot type game on it. Do you remember that? And
Yeah,
that was
the original.
essentially Astrobot. To an extent.
No.
Not exactly.
Not
So
same.
different.
I've seen gameplay of Astrobot though, and it's still
so different though.
no, I know, but
the first one was like bare bones. This is the
Bare
introduction.
bones.
And then the Astrobot that won the Game of the Year. There's like, I played it on stream. I couldn't wait to get home from work and play it. It was
really.
It had me in such a chokehold, dude. It was one of the greatest games I think I've ever played. It was so good. Steve's over there going 2 thumbs up. It's a phenomenal game. If you haven't played Astrobot, go buy a PlayStation and play Astrobot.
I know it's a good game. I just don't see it being Game of the Year for me. But that's also, I'm not a big platformer guy, and it does have it's not necessarily a platformer. I don't know how to describe that type of game.
It's like I guess like Mario Galaxy-esque, but like,
yeah,
dude, like as you're going through the different worlds, right? So like you could go and you pick up a collectible and you're in Nathan Drake's world, so you get Nathan Drake as a collectible. Now you have to swing like Nathan Drake. Everything about that game, the world, like the unlockables, you have to replay it over and over, and you want to get your high score. You want to get the best score to get more coins, to get more collectibles. It's a really good game.
I do want to try it. I still couldn't see it winning that spot, but I respect the people that love it. That's the biggest thing. Like if I'm ever crapping on a game, I'm never gonna crap on the fans. You know what I mean? Like that's completely valid. There's games that I like that people hate with a fiery passion. Like there are people that hate FromSoft games. Like they will die on that hill. They are the worst games ever made type to them. So that like I respect it completely. That was my only take on.
Yeah, my only input on those bonus games is I actually took psychic damage watching Overwatch on the screen.
Yes.
There's just no way. That game is so toxic and painful. I could not go back.
No, it is. The community is awful.
It's so bad.
Okay. A certain portion.
So we've gone through the list. Watch that video if you have not already. Great video.
It'll be
Cool
linked in the
stuff in there.
description.
Yes, I'll put the link.
Yep.
Post it.
Now we've all got our own kind of personal lists of things that should have been on here. Adaptable, why don't you start since you've been champing at the bit here.
I'm sorry. I have a few. I'll just list them off. I think the biggest one though that I want to
let's hear 'em.
list off, more than any of them, from 2016 is No Man's Sky. If you have not revisited that game, that is one of the all I can tell you is that once you download the game or buy it once, you never have to spend a single penny on the rest of that game. Every update is free. They have updated so much. I just played the Expedition this past weekend and finished it earlier this week, where they added the new flatbed feature on one of the exocrafts, and you can become like a waste manager. Absolutely, like it was torturous, the Expedition,
None of
but it's
that
really cool.
means anything to me, but that sounds awesome.
But like, okay, I have probably 12 bases now. I grow an illegal plant called Nip Nip Buds, and I sell it for 160% profit across 2 different bases. All right. There's things like that. This is one of the only games that I've ever played where there is more to do after you finish the story than finishing the story itself. Finishing the story only takes about 6 to 8 hours. And then after that, good luck, bro. I unlocked an autophage settlement. It took me 3 days to do that because I had to do so many different things and set up stuff that I didn't even know was in the game before I beat it. Like I built a Corvette spaceship, which by the way has literally limitless possibilities as to how you could customize it. You could make it however you want. I have a flying ship that grows Nip Nip Buds in it because I feel like it, right? I have a freighter and a freighter fleet. I'm like a millionaire in that. But even money doesn't solve everything because there's certain things you have to go get. It's probably one of my top games of all time because of the versatility and also the seamless multiplayer. I can play with my girlfriend. I'll be in a separate galaxy and we'll still be playing on the same like party. And then I'll teleport to her. She'll teleport to me, things like that. But I'll get on with it.
No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky also on my list.
Yes.
Yeah. That's another one of them games where it's like Cyberpunk.
Yep.
At launch, don't even look at that game. But now at the state it's in, yeah, it's a great game.
I have 50 hours in my save, almost 60, and I haven't even scratched the surface of what you can do in that game.
Huge game, absolutely banger. I'm all about it.
I'll go through my list kind of quick, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, go.
For 2015, I've got R6, revolutionized the shooter. Titanfall 2 / No Man's Sky for 2016. 2017 was Destiny 2 before Bungie. And Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which we had. 2018 was God of War, which we got. 2019 was Modern Warfare 1, which was probably one of the last good. This is a big one they missed. 2020 Ghost of Tsushima. Last of Us Part 2 as well. Spider-Man 1 PlayStation, right? On the PS5 or PS4. 2021 was Resident Evil 8, which has a huge roguelike mode. 2022, we talked about Elden Ring. God of War Ragnarok, also worthwhile coming back to because the story's so good. 2023, Spider-Man 2, also worth going back to because low-key a lot of us played it and then just deleted it and never played it again. Probably be fun to go through the story again. 2024, Shadow of the Erdtree. Not technically a different game, but almost a different game with how they did it. Helldivers 2 and Space Marine. And then 2025 was Arc Raiders, Night Rain, and Ghost of because Ghost of Yote just came out with their multiplayer. So there's that. That's my list. Tell me if you guys have any thoughts on that.
I'm cool with all of those. Are fine.
I think your list is good. I think any of those games is probably worth playing again now in 2026. Yeah, no disagreement here.
When you say Destiny though, before Bungie, you mean like Vault of Glass, like when that was out?
Yeah, like year 1, year 2, like before they sunset the entire campaign for some reason.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd rather have a 500 gigabyte game than them sunset stuff. I don't know, but that's me. What are your guys' takes on this? Like the overall, what's your lists?
You want to go first, Glory?
Sure. I didn't do one for every year. I just have kind of a short list here, but we talked about RE7. We talked about No Man's Sky. I've got Yakuza 0 or Yakuza Kiwami, which is the remake of Yakuza 1. Those games are dope. If you like beat 'em ups at all and you want something that is kind of weird and set in Japan, the Yakuza games are cool. I have DBZ Kakarot, came out in 2020. If you like DBZ games. If you're at all interested in that universe, DBZ Kakarot, super cool game, long RPG. It's essentially a retelling of Dragon Ball Z, but you live
Oh.
each of the sagas, and
Yep.
you do it by. It's not like the fighting games where you just kind of go from fight to fight. You actually kind of explore and do story
Yeah,
stuff and
it's
side
open world,
quests, and there's RPG elements. You level up and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
I loved it.
it's voiced by Sean Schemmel, which is Goku in
Yep.
the anime.
Oh, that's
Yep.
awesome. Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, all the original voice actors and everything. Yep.
Yeah, it's a really cool game, and it's had tons of updates. I'm pretty sure the story is actually all the way through Dragon Ball Super now. So
Yep.
there's a lot of cool stuff there. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan like me, who's been a Dragon Ball Z fan for basically forever, like
Alright.
Kakarot. I have Remnant 1 and 2. Remnant 1 and 2 are roguelike shooters that I had a really good time with. Play them in co-op. They are weird. They're
They're
kind of
almost like a mix
janky.
of Souls.
They're fun though.
Yeah, they're
Like a
good.
Souls
They're
game,
almost
kinda.
a Souls game with guns. Had a good time with them though, especially play multiplayer. And then my last was Pokemon Legends Arceus. That game is awesome.
Okay. I'd have to check that out.
My favorite
I-
Pokemon game in Modern Worlds.
I don't like Arceus at all.
Wow. Okay.
I don't like Arceus. I don't think I like.
You've been wrong so many times today. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't like Arceus. I think it was cool. I don't know. I missed the mark there. It just wasn't for me. I tried it twice.
That's fair.
Wasn't for me. I do have a Pokemon game on my list though.
All right, let's hear it.
So for 2019, I have Sword and Shield. I think Sword and Shield is the perfect.
No way.
I disagree a little bit, but
That is hot take city.
For this generation to get into a Pokemon game, I don't think there is a better option than Sword and Shield. It has.
That is hot take city. Bro.
I love Sword and Shield. I went back and played it. I think it's still great. It still holds up on the Switch 1 or the Switch 2, however you want to
rather
play
play
it.
Violet.
It's a great game.
I'm not gonna lie,
That's
I'd rather
crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, I'd rather play Shield than Violet personally.
Yeah, I love. The only thing I didn't like about Sword and Shield is I don't like Hop. I think he's annoying. Next at 2017, I have Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah.
It-
Easy. Yep.
What a game. What a game. You and a group of friends go in there and
Good
just
call.
duel. Love it. Love it. Uncharted 4, 2016.
I almost put that on my list too, yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't going to at first, but then I remembered how absolutely incredible their multiplayer was. Did you play their multiplayer?
Oh yeah, dude, I used to grind that stuff. It was so much fun.
So good. So much fun. And then I have one game.
Hold on. Wasn't the multiplayer in that one kind of like Gears of War? Am I
Yeah,
wrong on that?
yeah, like TDM Gears of War. Like it was awesome.
Yeah. Super good.
I didn't play Uncharted 4. I played 1 and 2.
Yeah. Uncharted, you've never
Yeah.
played Uncharted 4? Like genuinely? It is probably one of the
No,
best stories
never
I've
touched
ever played. It's
That's
just
what I hear. That's what I hear.
it's like it always has like when you feel like you're kind of like reeling back, they reel you back in. Like if you're
Yeah,
feeling
and then-
bored, they pull out the strings.
And then like the ending to it all, like the end of like the Nathan Drake saga or whatever, like it's so like worth it. Like you really
solid.
feel like like you feel satisfied. You're not left wanting anymore. You're good.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
You're okay with the end. Like it's just a really good game. Really good game.
And
Definitely
you start the
recommend
game
playing
by playing Crash Bandicoot on the PS1. So
it.
there's
Yeah,
that.
you do. You do.
Okay.
And then I have a game right outside of this decade. It's 2011, Saints Row 3. If you
Oh yeah.
haven't played Saints Row 3, go play Saints Row 3.
Oh yeah.
That game is incredible.
I remember I got in trouble because I asked for that game and they didn't know what was on it until they saw me playing. But it's so fire.
The giant sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're
Really
talking
good
about.
game. Really good game. Awesome.
Saints Row 3 is the best Grand Theft Auto game not made by Rockstar.
Yes.
I agree.
I agree
Saint-
wholeheartedly.
Saints Row 2 was my first introduction to Saints Row.
Me too.
Fell in love with it.
What a different game too compared to 3 though.
Yeah, your guy didn't even talk.
Oh wait, you said
Yeah, they
Saints
make
Row
a
2 is when you
dramatic
started,
turn
not
in
Saints Row 3?
storytelling.
What's up?
What was the entry level to you? Was it Saints Row
Saints
2
Row
or
2.
3? Oh, it was 3
Oh.
for me. It was 3 for
Really?
me. So
Oh,
that's why
really?
I was
You
asking.
started
Yeah.
on 3?
Yeah.
I started on 2. Your guy didn't really talk that much. He talked like a little bit. Saints Row 1, he didn't talk at all. But Saints Row 2, he barely talked. Really good story though. The story in Saints Row 2 is phenomenal. Everything about that game is
Yep.
incredible. But Saints Row 3 is the better entry.
Yeah.
Sure.
I probably wouldn't go anywhere near Saints Row 1 or Saints Row 2019 either, for that matter.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that game.
Just
I
avoid
will
that game.
say one of the games on my list that I did really want to talk about was Titanfall 2. I feel like that was probably one of the most revolutionary and cool multiplayer shooters, and the campaign was beautiful. Oh my god, I need to play through it again soon. But the fact that Apex Legends took over instead of Titanfall 3 will forever be my gripe against EA. Because
I was just gonna say, just go play. I was just saying, just go play Apex. You're good.
No. I remember I was excited for Apex when it first came out because I
Not the
thought they were
same.
still working on Titanfall 3. They would print money with Titanfall. It's not even funny.
Titanfall 2 is the very rare occurrence of a very good single player campaign, very good multiplayer that died way too soon.
It died way too soon,
The
but
game
it's still got
deserved to live.
It's got an active community, but there's a lot of DDoS attacks that happen and a lot of server hacking. And I'm just not risking my livelihood and my computer on a game like that. Even my PlayStation, I'm just not. Like, it's just so sad to me because there's such a dedicated fan base to it. Like, they did fix some of it, but it's like the Bloodborne 2. Like, they would print money. They should have went through. And same thing with Destiny. They ruined that game. I had so many hours in Destiny 2. I played Destiny 1 for a few years before Destiny 2 came out. I pre-ordered it. I spent all this money on those DLCs. I bought the $100 edition, and then they sunset the DLCs, and they were still bad, but they sunset them. They sunset the OG. And now people who are wanting to join the game get probably... I've seen what New Light looks like, and it is probably the worst experience you could have for a new player in a video.
It might also just have the worst, like, how do you get into the game in 2026? I don't think that there's an easy, clear path to that. I think that just because their marketing and their selling strategy over the years has just been bad.
Yeah, that was just one of the ones that it was like Titanfall for me. When it died, it really hurt because I had so much love. First, they killed off Cade for God knows what reason. And they could have really went somewhere with that and made it meaningful, and instead,
he lives on right here.
They could have really made something meaningful with that, but then you did the final DLC, and it was probably one of the worst out of the bunch. Every DLC, I would buy it like a Toxic X and hope that it was better the next. It wasn't. And it wasn't. So
they had you, man.
They did. I was spending $100 a year on that stupid game, and they would have kept getting $100 a year out of me if they made good content, but.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this week.
Sir.
The only other thing I think I had to say was if you're watching on YouTube, leave comments about our bad takes, and we will argue endlessly. We do have fan mail on our previous episode, the first episode of the pod. The only one that wasn't one of us that commented on there. It just says first.
Yep.
That was the whole comment. So.
Yep. That's it. So
that's all it takes to get a shout out in our podcast. So just
also,
type first in the comments.
At the end of this episode, I just wanted to say next when this one comes out next week, I'm gonna put up a poll for what you guys would like to see next, or something to vote on if one of our takes was bad or something, or if you agree with it. On Spotify. So if you want to head over to Spotify, go check that out. Spotify is our main platform. If you don't have Spotify, then that's fine. Check us out on YouTube. I have some short form content coming that I plan on editing in the very near future for all of us. You guys will get to see a little behind the scenes setups and stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. Can't really for now.
Join our Discord.
Yes.
Join our Discord. Yes. Go play Bloodborne.
Seek the pale blood.
Bloodborne, Elden Ring. Go play all the FromSoft games. Just do it all.
Go watch TieStacks at twitch.tv/TieStacks237. Go watch Adaptable at twitch.tv/adaptable__.
Yes, sir. I plan on streaming more soon. I'm almost out of school and then finally get back into the things. Unless I work we'll figure that out. So yeah. All right. Do you want to do the outro, Tongue Glorious?
I don't have an outro. Thanks for listening. The people that are out there listening to us yap for what's probably going to be in a solid hour, 15 hour 20 in this week.
Yep.
Appreciate all you. Stick with us. There's more to come. This is just the surface of what we've got. There's so much more. Every week we talk, and in these individual episodes, we're coming up with ideas on the fly about stuff that we got to talk about one day. And honestly, we're probably gonna have more ideas than we'll ever have episodes. So
Sure.
stick with us. Appreciate you being here. Spread peace, spread love and happiness, all that good stuff.
All
Sure.
of it.
All right. See you guys later.